and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got a bit of ink on my hand. My family is a big supporter of Montana State hockey. Go Cats! We went to the game last night. They won. Again. Did I mention? Go Cats! When you go to the game, they stamp your hand to show that you purchased your ticket. Our neighbor is on the team, so we feel pretty invested. I don't know if you know how hockey works, but in hockey, if you commit a penalty, they put you in the penalty box for a certain amount of minutes. Yes, even grown-ups need timeouts every now and then. If you have a player in the penalty box, that means that your team has one less player on the ice than the other team. They get what's called a power play. That's not great. As you can imagine, fans and players don't like it very much when the officials call a penalty on their team. It seems that the officials always call things against your team and never call them against the other team. They just are the worst judges. Are they? Probably not. They've got a tough job and they do the best that they can to be fair and to do it right. Shout out to the officials. People who have to judge have a difficult job to do and deserve our respect. Hopefully, the judges are getting it right. All rise. Court is now in session. The Right Honorable Judge Justice presiding.
Be seated. What's our first case, bailiff?
People versus Faith McFaithful, Your Honor.
Faith McFaithful?
Apparently her parents weren't very creative.
But like church.
Uh-huh.
All right. Miss McFaithful, you stand accused of trespassing and loitering. How do you plead?
Like this. Please, please, please let me go. Please, 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 please.
She's got talent.
Yes, sir.
According to your file, you were found on church property at 10 o'clock at night. Now, it does seem a strange time to be lining up for service.
Well, the sign just said Sunday services at 10 o'clock. It didn't specify AM or PM, so I didn't want to take any chances. Besides, it said all are welcome, but it didn't say when.
That is true. All right, we'll throw out the trespassing charge. Now, what about loitering?
Well, loitering means hanging around without a purpose, not doing anything, right?
That's correct.
Well, I had a purpose. I was waiting for church to start, and I was doing something. I was praying while I was waiting.
Now that is a good purpose and a good activity. Case dismissed, but Miss McFaithful, from now on, maybe call ahead for those service times.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's next?
People versus P.Yor.
P.Yor? I hope you weren't going to end that sentence with the word pants.
P.Yor isn't a sentence, it's a person.
Good, because I'm the judge. I get to give out the sentences here. But how is P.Yor a person?
His first initial is the letter P and his last name is Yor, spelled U-R-E.
Ah, so P.Yor.
Pretty sure that's what I said.
But why not just state his first name instead of giving his initial?
Well, it's a really long name and I didn't want to waste time.
I think this discussion wasted more time than his name would have.
Yes, I see that now.
All right, Mr. Yor, you are accused of selling hamburgers without a proper health permit. How do you plead? And don't do the whole like this thing. Please, 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 please. We've already seen that bit.
And it was good.
It sure was, wasn't it?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
So you weren't selling hamburgers?
No, sir.
But Your file says that you were picked up with 350 hamburgers. Were you just extremely hungry?
No, sir. They were for the kids.
So you were selling hamburgers?
No, sir. I was giving them away. There are a lot of kids who go to school hungry, and I wanted to help them.
So you were just giving away 350 hamburgers?
No, sir. I was actually giving away 500. I had already given away 150 before I was arrested.
Wow! Well, isn't that expensive?
Yes, sir. But the Lord instructs us to help feed the hungry, so that's what I was doing.
That's incredibly generous of you. Who could possibly be upset by that and have him arrested for giving away hamburgers?
That would be the fast food restaurant just up the street from the school, Your Honor.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I suppose they didn't appreciate you giving away something that they were trying to sell.
I guess not, sir, but many of these kids didn't have money to be able to buy burgers, sir.
I understand. Unfortunately, they do have a point about needing a proper health permit, but your motives were definitely pure, so I'm not going to punish you. However, you probably shouldn't give away any more burgers.
Yes, Your Honor.
This judge seems to be a pushover. He let both the trespassing loiterer and the health permit violator go. Looks like I've got nothing to worry about.
Next case, Your Honor, People versus Devin Vias.
Mr. Vias, you are accused of jaywalking. Not really that harsh of a charge. Exactly, Your Honor. This whole thing is just silly. I was just in a hurry, that's all. What was the big hurry about? Candy, Your Honor. I just needed to get the candy quickly because of the kids. Oh, you were in a hurry to get candy for the kids? Well, not exactly. I needed to get to the candy before the kids did. They weren't supposed to eat it? Oh, they were, but too much candy is not very good for people, you know. Ah, so you were trying to protect them from eating too much of it? Something like that. How much like that? So, the candy was set out for free, for just anyone to take. And I was afraid that they would take all of it. So you were trying to make sure that there was enough for everyone to get some? In a manner of speaking. What manner would that be? I wanted everyone to be able to buy some. I thought that you said it was free. It was, but it wasn't going to be. Was it only free for a limited time? That was the plan. Whose plan? Mine? Perhaps you could explain your plan. The candy was free for anyone who wanted it, and I wanted it. You were going to eat all of the candy? Oh no, that would make me sick. I was going to take it all and then sell it. So, you saw the free candy for the kids, but instead of letting them have it, you wanted to take it so that they'd have to buy it from you in order to get it. Right! But I knew I had to hurry to get to the candy first. That's why I had to jaywalk. It was a perfect plan. Perfectly horrible. I fine you the total cost of all the candy you tried to take, plus sentence you to a year of community service. For your community service, you could help Mr. P. Yor feed those kids that you were stealing candy from. What? I don't get it. You let everyone else go. That's correct. Ms. McFaithful was being faithful and maybe a bit confused, but her heart was right. Mr. Yor was blameless. He was trying to help people, but you were simply being devious and thought you were outsmarting everyone else. I think it's time to humble you a bit. Off you go.
It can be tough for a judge to find the truth and to know what's right, especially when the guilty may be trying to cover things up a bit. Thankfully, there is a judge who always gets it right. In 2 Samuel chapter 22, verses 26 through 28, David is thinking about how God has helped him to overcome many difficult situations, and he writes a song praising God for it. He says, "To the faithful you show yourself faithful. To the blameless you show yourself blameless. To the pure you show yourself pure. But to the devious you show yourself shrewd. You save the humble, but your eyes are on the haughty to bring them low." God knows people's hearts and their motivations. He knows if they are just pretending to be good or the real deal. He knows if they're trying to serve Him and others or just themselves. And He can see through the trickiest of disguises. We can take comfort in knowing that God sees us and honors us when we honor Him, even if it seems like we're facing tough consequences for trying to do the right thing. We should also take the reminder that we need to be doing the right things and have hearts that are motivated by the right things. We might be able to trick the entire world, but we'll never trick God. Do you sometimes feel like even though you're trying your best to do what's right, things just aren't working out for you? God's got your back. Keep going. Are you ever tempted to just do things for yourself, thinking that no one will notice? Think again. God sees and He will judge accordingly. God is the perfect judge. He will uphold the upright and punish those who deserve it. Let's make sure that we're the ones on the power play and not the ones spending time in the penalty box. I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We've got Sunday services every week at 10 o'clock. That's 10 a.m. and we would love to see you at them. You can also find us online at summitchurchmt.com or on Facebook or YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time. Bye!